Opus Clip is an incredible time saver, absolutely brilliant tool, and they've just released Opus Clip 3 with a whole host of new features. If you create any kind of long form video content, Opus Clip will take your long form content, chop it up into interesting little snippets for social media. Not only that, but as you can see here, it'll take your wide frame format, your landscape aspect ratio, and turn it into a vertical video for social media. And it will caption your videos. And it has various other little bits and pieces built into it as well. But just that alone, the finding of clips, captioning of them, and reformatting into vertical video, I mean, that would just take hours and hours and hours and hours. So I love this tool. I've been using it for a while. It is absolutely brilliant. So let's have a look at how it actually works. It's super easy to use. You give it the URL of a long form video and it creates shorter clips from that video. So you can see here, it says on the homepage, one long video, 10 viral clips, create 10 times faster. Let's say I want to take an episode of the AI argument, which is roughly 30 minutes. So I'm just going to copy the URL, bring it back to Opus Clip, and pop that URL in here. And then I'm going to say get clips. So now that I've put the YouTube link in, it gives me these options here, some popular types of different captions. And I've got a template saved here, Frank and Marcy template, which has our colors popping up on the font. You can also say, I just want to add captions. I don't need clips made from the video. And we can select here. So this is a podcast. I want to find clips from all of it. If you knew, for example, you only wanted to get clips from the first 15 minutes, you just slide this back here. And we can say what duration of clips we want. I'm just going to leave it at auto for the moment, which is 0 to 3 minutes. But they do have these longer videos here that they've added recently. And you could also say, if it was a long podcast and you just wanted to get the sections where you were talking about AI, you could just pop in some keywords in here and it'll try to find the clips specifically related to that keyword. Okay, so now we just click get clips and it's going to process that in the background and it will send me an email when it's done. While it's doing that, let's have a quick look at the pricing. So if you pay up front, they currently have a really good deal here on the Pro account. If you sign up for the year, you're only paying the equivalent of $9.50 a month. So it says we've got 3,600 processing minutes per year, which is basically about 60 hours of processing. You can see here I signed up for the year, and so I've got 48 hours left. They've also got a starter plan for $9 a month if you only want to pay monthly, and that gives you just over 2 hours of content that you can upload to it a month. So you can see they're really trying to encourage people to go for the annual plan because it makes a lot more sense. So if you switch to monthly, for the Pro account, you're going to be paying $19 a month versus the $9.50. So if you are generating any kind of long form content, it is worth signing up for the annual account. And to be honest, I've tested quite a few tools that have the same functionality built in, but none of them come close to being as good as Opus Clip. Okay, so it's done and we have our clips. So it's created 23 clips from the 30 minutes that we gave it. And it has scored each one. So this one gets 99 out of 100 and it's got all A's, 1 A minus. And then if we scroll down to the bottom one, you'll see, so this gets 74 out of 100 and it's got 2 A minuses and 2 B's. Is it going to pick clips as good as if you went through and found them yourself? That's debatable. So I have found that when it creates like somewhere between 20 and 25 clips, I might find between 5 and 8 clips that I would be happy to put on social media. Plus, with version 3, they've made it even easier to edit the clip. So if you find that the clip is, it's a pretty good clip, but it's missing a bit at the start or it's missing a bit at the end, or you need to add context, I'll show you how you can actually make changes. Let's have a look at this first one here. It tells you kind of why it's picked this clip. So it says here, the beginning of the video effectively grabs the audience's attention by combining popular trends and an intriguing premise. It successfully piques the interest of cat lovers and plant enthusiasts. And then you can see here that the transcript of what we're talking about, And then you can see here below, it's got the transcript of what it was myself and Justin were talking about. And you can see it's captioned it as well. And it's captioned it with my template with the colors, with our brand colors on the fonts. They have a new option here where you can regenerate the title if you want to make it an interesting title, a catchy title, a serious title, or a question title. I'm going to leave this as it is for the moment. Over here, you can say whether you like the clip or not. If you say you don't like it, they'll ask you why, and then they'll just collapse this up. But you can just click it again and click heart if you like it. And then down here there's a scheduler. You can download an XML file so that you can pull this all into Premiere Pro if you want to edit it further yourself. You can download the final clip when you're ready, and you can edit the clip here. So let's have a look at the editing. Okay, so we've got the editor open now. Up here, new feature, add a custom font. Right now I'm using Montserrat. The font that myself and Marcy use is usually a font called Soleil. So we could, if we wanted to, add our custom font here and have it be completely on brand. So that's a really, really nice little addition lately. You can change the layout. So this fills it with one speaker. This tries to, fit the horizontal video into the vertical. But the one I like is split. Now there's a funny thing going on here. This is just a glitch that's been happening, and they're working to fix it right now. So what's happening here is it hasn't quite got the framing of me right. That's a lovely facial expression. Fantastic. But we can very simply, if it's doing this, you can just click here, click crop, and I can just change the crop here. There's a little timeline editor. It's pretty limited, and I try not to mess with it too much because it's not a precision tool, and I find that messing around with this a lot of the time, it's not worth it. What do we have? We've got the layout settings, which is same as here. We have captions. So I'm using my own preset, the Frank and Marcy preset. So you can see here, this is our brand yellow for the amplified words. This is our brand light color. And then under the AI keywords highlighter, I've put two other of our brand colors in here, and that will highlight certain words that it thinks are important. You can see you've got quite a lot of control over the fonts and font sizes and all that. Different types of animation for the fonts, and also whether you want it at the top, middle, or bottom. You can also, if you wanted to overlay your logo over it or a call to action, you can create a transparent PNG and then upload that and have that be present on your file as well. If you turn this on, it'll inject emojis into your captions, but I'm not a big fan of emojis in captions. So now let's move me over here and see what else we have. Here we can clean up filler words and gaps. So there's one pause found. Let's get rid of it. Here we have a split section. So if you wanted to move to a particular area on the editor here and then split it, and then you can remove a section, but I will undo that. And here we have generate AI B-roll. So this will create little AI video for B-roll, and it's a new feature. Can't say I've ever used it. So let's create the AI generated B-roll. You can also have it find just stock footage for you. But let's use the AI generated B-roll. Now it does that automatically. It just finds a couple of places where it thinks you could use AI B-roll, and it generates it based on some of the text of what you're saying. But it just seems to pop it in fairly kind of random places. However, once it has generated them, you can play with it and then move them around. Okay, so it's done. Let's have a look.
And putting them together to make money. They're taking cats. Who doesn't love cats? They're taking plants, which looked like cats, and they were so beautiful.
So you can see it's obviously it's taken make money, and it's generated this AI video of somebody making money on a computer, and then it's taken the word plants and created these. So if we click on this, you can see the prompt here: realistic photo of a home office, laptop, charts, and online transactions. Let's get rid of all that, and let's just say we want it to be a cute kitten. Regenerate. Perfect. Let's put this cute kitten in. This one. So I'm going to push this one out of the way. I'm going to move this up here. Okay, so let's see how that works.
So you're taking cats. Who doesn't love cats? Then you're taking plants, which
Brilliant. Perfect. So close the B-roll, and I think this one is good to go. So we've got our video, we've got our B-roll clips. So this is quite a short little clip that it's picked, and it doesn't really give enough context to know what we're talking about here. So what you can do is just hover over here and you can add a section. So if we click add a section here, this brings up the entire transcript, and we can add sections here. We'll add that in, and let's see if there's a bit. What were we saying beforehand? So this gives it a lot more context. I had to laugh when I read this. This was people selling a plant called Cat's Eye Dazzle online. It's a perfect crime. And you can see you can pick from the entire transcript, you could pick any bits that you wanted. So I'm just going to add that bit for context. So it's added this clip in, but it has added it in with the wrong layout. So I'm going to change that to split. It's done terrible cropping. I don't know why that is. They are really good at fixing bugs like this. So let's just fix this ourselves. So crop. That was good. And now let's fix me. Great. So now let's check each of the sections. And this bit that I added in here, again, is doing the wrong layout. So we'll change the layout and we have to do the crop again. Okay. Good. And good. So you can see, even if you are changing, editing, it's really fast to work with. Having said that, it's not a fully blown video editor. If you want to do that, you can do the download to Premiere feature. I like to keep things really simple. I like to, as much as I can, stick with what it's given me, maybe add in a bit at the start for or the end for context, and that's about it. So now the clip is ready to go. What I do is I just download the clip and I do my own posting. However, it is worth noting that they do have this scheduler here. So I could post to LinkedIn from here. And I'm just going to move myself over here again. If you are posting through the tool, it also creates a social media post for you. I have not found those posts to be very good, but again, as often is the way with AI, it might get you off the blank page and you could edit and add your personality yourself. And not only can you just publish straight away, but you also have this scheduler here. So I could say I want this to go out on Friday at a particular time. So pretty handy. I actually don't use it myself. I don't use the scheduler. I'd like to be in control of my posting, but still a handy tool to have for those of you who like to schedule your content. So that's Opus Clip, massive time saver. If you're doing podcast type videos, talking heads type videos, absolutely brilliant for finding clips to post on social media. And I think it's pretty reasonably priced for what you get as well. Well worth checking out. If you do check it out as a result of this video, let me know, drop me a line, let me know how you get on with it.